Hey, Michael, what's going on over there?
Hey, Will, 1 or 2 bottles for the podcast today.
Can you make that 3?
Why do we need 3?
Because we are featuring a new winery.
Wow, that's outstanding. Hi, everyone. Welcome to We Know Texas Vino. This is Michael.
And this is Will.
Folks, today's podcast is sponsored by Texas Wine Club and
Texas Wine Lover out. So grab a glass and join us for a new and intriguing episode. Hey, Michael, welcome back. How's it going?
It's going well.
Wait. Hold on. Who are you?
Oh, I'm not Michael.
I noticed you're not Michael.
I know. It's Jen.
Your voice is a little bit higher than Michael.
just a slight higher.
Just a little bit higher. Well, welcome back, folks, to We Know Texas Vino. This is episode what?
It's episode 16, and we are in McKinney, Texas today.
Wow, 16, man. It just seems like yesterday we just started this.
No, I was there at like almost the beginning.
You were at the beginning, number 2.
I was number 2.
And then part 2, do.
Yes. Very true. Very true.
Yes. So where are we at today, Jen?
So we are actually at Lone Star Cellars in McKinney, Texas, and we have some really special people here today. We have Becky and Jon, which are 2 of the owners. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. We're excited.
Yeah,
to be here.
So before we get any further, what are we drinking right now?
Okay, so right now you have the Antique Red Malbec in your glass. And this is a Texas High Plain grape. It's a beautiful Malbec with soft tannins and a really nice cocoa finish. So I think Jen was in. She did a tasting one day. It was their favorite. So I sent them home with a bottle for their wedding celebration.
Nice.
Yeah, and we drank it immediately.
Yeah.
It was not saved, unfortunately, and I was told today to bring another bottle back. So don't let me forget that.
And so we got them all back. What else we got here?
So later on, we're going to try our Meritage, and it's the Mountain Lion Meritage. This one's a 2014, and we just love a nice Texas Meritage, and it's got a lot of age behind it. So
nice.
Looking forward for you to try it.
Awesome. And what are you drinking there? Because I know you're drinking a white.
I'm drinking a Viognier. Yeah,
I do love me some Viognier.
I've been stuck on whites for a while lately, and
When it starts getting hot in Texas, you kind of want to drink something a little lighter. So I get that.
Yep, I definitely understand that. So awesome. Well, we're
funny
glad.
Because I usually judge wine drinkers by what did the owners drink, right? And we're drinking 2 things that are not on the table.
What do you have in your glass,
what
Jon?
are you drinking over there?
2020 Shiraz.
Okay.
Oh,
This is one of our awesome red blends.
nice.
90% Shiraz. Really nice.
Nice. We'll have to definitely talk about that one later.
For sure.
So,
Well, we want to talk about where you actually can find us.
yeah. So, Jen, do you know where to find us?
I believe there's a Facebook page.
Really? What is it called?
We Know Texas Vino. Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
I know. It's kind of weird, ain't it?
Now, there's also something in the works you've been
Yes.
working on lately.
So I've been working on our website. Hopefully we'll be having it live soon. So you'll find us at weknowtexasvino.wine. Thanks for Jen to introduce me to the .wine domain. Yeah.
It's a special one.
It is.
I get a lot of questions of like, are you sure it's not .com? Like, no, it's .wine.
And I'm one of those.
He was definitely questioning for a while on that.
Literally on the show. I had to look it up. And then, of course, you can find us at any of your major podcasting platforms like Apple,
Spotify's always
Amazon,
killer. And then
Pandora.
we always love that 5-star rating.
Yep,
So
definitely love that. I haven't looked, but I know as of yesterday, we went to 106 now.
I know we're down. We're just yay, closer to that 99.
Yeah, so, you know.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh, we're already getting a 5-star review over here.
Look there.
We should wait till the end of this podcast.
And
We'll
really
see how this
make
plays out.
Just for safety reasons.
Just for safety reasons. Let's retract this 5-star.
You're going to see it up and down, up and down.
Apple calls me up and says, excuse me, what's going on with the user right here? I said, sorry, he was drunk.
He was drinking something else.
So we want to welcome Becky and holy crap, Jon. This is not the first time this has happened.
3-letter words. We're good.
Oh, 3-letter words. Oh crap.
Not 4-letter words. So we're doing good so far.
We're doing
but
good so
yes,
far.
thank y'all so much for
Yeah,
letting us be here
yes.
and drink some of your wine. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, we're excited. So, go ahead.
So we did want to know a little bit about y'all's history. So tell me how this all started.
And be honest about it, because
Okay.
I've already read up
we
more.
were getting some depth in this.
I've-
Wasn't
Yeah,
nice.
it
Yeah.
gets back. So,
We're talking about 1800s.
oh yeah, all the way to Scotland.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we did have a wild ancestor of ours that
Criminal.
came over, really came from Scotland on horseback to the U.S. And yes.
How did he go horseback from Scotland to the
Oh
US?
no, from I'm sorry.
Well, the horse swam.
right.
You see?
Did I say Scotland? No, Canada.
Back in the
Yes,
day.
you
His
definitely said Scotland.
family migrated from Scotland.
I'm just curious if that horse swam the whole way
Percy,
over.
You know what?
his name is
Halfway,
Percy.
he swam the other half.
Yep, there we go.
It's a weird sight, but if you can imagine it,
Honestly, now I'm just
Maybe.
seeing this little horse.
Oh my gosh.
He's swimming. So splash,
Just
splash,
like
splash, 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 splash.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the special horses back then, let me tell you.
They're Olympic swimmers.
Oh my gosh. So I usually don't start going. No one hits me with the 1800s when they ask how we got started. So I'm like, no.
Well, I mean, I like I said, I'll read on everything.
Yeah.
Who we're going to talk to, and
Yeah.
and some of the history is like really fascinating.
Yeah.
And reading y'all's history, like I wanted you to tell me everything from
Okay.
the start.
Okay, yeah.
Don't give me give me the abridged version. I mean, that's why I said criminal, because I mean, I'll let you tell the story.
Okay.
He remembers history, but names
Yes.
are special. Just kidding.
it's
true.
John.
Hi, John. Thank you
hey.
for coming here.
Hey, Will. I mean,
Her name is,
It's redhead today, I guess.
I guess, Michael.
Michael. Figures. All right.
All right. So
All right, let's start this again. All right.
legend
So,
has it. The legend is. So it was Percy Ross was our first winemaker in our family. Now, winemaking in our family was always a hobby for a long time until a certain point when we started making it in Texas. But Percy came over horseback on a horse named Grey Ghost. And
from Canada.
From Canada. From Canada.
Clarify, not from
To
Scotland.
upstate New York, the Finger Lakes region of New York, and he kind of started his life over. We think he was running from trouble. We think he was running from maybe some gambling issues. And he recreated his life in upstate New York. He never contacted his family in Canada. And then he ended up owning and becoming a prominent businessman in Corning, New York, having the Crystal Grill and Casino in Corning, New York, and then Prohibition hit, and he started making wine in the basement of the Crystal Grill, and then that was winemaking beginnings that I know of. I mean, maybe it went further back.
That is so cool.
Like I don't know who taught him, but
To put it in perspective, this Percy guy was known for gambling to the point where he put a house on a deck of cards one time.
Yeah, and they lost.
Actually got up, moved the family
Yeah, my
out,
grandpa
and
moved.
gave the
Yep.
house over.
Oh my
that's
god.
why I said
Story.
at the very beginning, I said criminal, because he was running from Canada.
Yeah.
From gambling debts, possibly. 'Cause
Possibly. We don't know
'cause
exactly,
I
but that's
looked
what
it up,
his-
and a lot of people were saying that he was running from gambling debts, because I looked him up, and so I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And so then he went to New York, and there was a possibility the same thing got him again. That was pretty interesting.
Well, he paid his debts in New York, and he did. Like my grandpa had to up and leave a house one day because he lost it on a deck of cards.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean, there's a little wild side to him, and so he was making wine during Prohibition, and that's where my grandfather learned to make wine. Was growing up in the restaurant, and then so
Grandpa taught dad.
Grandpa taught dad eventually. And like I said, it was kind of always hobby. I mean, during Prohibition, I only hear stories, so I know that they sold the wine in the business and stuff like that, but not like we're doing here, making wine here in Texas to sell out of our winery. But so then it was a family hobby for a long time. Dad learned from his dad. They entered some competition in New England and they got some gold medals, and it made him very proud.
Aww.
And so my father's in the roofing industry. He's bought and sold roofing companies, and when he's entered into these deals selling a company, he will exit, and he has had several non-compete clauses for several years.
Wow.
And so the timing, he was in Texas here, and he had his first 2-year non-compete, and he started making a lot of wine. He made so much wine that we opened Lone Star in downtown McKinney to share that wine with our community here.
Nice.
So,
Holy cow.
That's
That is
awesome.
so cool.
I love
Oh my
it.
gosh.
I love history. I mean, that is just, one of the main things that we hear about at all these podcasts that we've done is family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's been some way, somehow, everything's tied into family.
Associated, yeah.
Yeah. And so I love hearing this story. I love the history of the story. I mean, I give you a hard time because running from Canada, running dead as a criminal. I
Well,
give that a hard
usually you
time.
don't run from
Yeah.
Canada. You usually go to Canada if you're running. Let's be real.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
This
just.
mean you're really bad.
Yeah, it's but it's kind of cool that every winery that we've talked to, it's always been about family. Mm-hmm. Always been about family.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about wine.
Yeah, a topic I've seen more and more lately is multi-generational wineries,
Yeah.
especially in the North Texas area. Really
Yep.
excited to hear some of the families getting involved in. It's awesome to be the next generation in our line of winemaking and whatnot, and just excited to be a part
yeah,
of it.
we
So
love
it's
going to
cool.
events and seeing some of the younger generation, like of the families
Uh-huh.
that we've known for a while, and now their children are getting into it. It's really cool.
And I'm not going to go indulge into it fully yet, but I'm actually dabbling in it myself. And my folks are wanting to plant some vines on their property, just for the heck of it. So I'm not going to dabble too much into it yet. That's still a couple months away to
that's how
actually
they
talk
get
about
you.
it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I just like it already done for me and drinking
Yeah.
it there. I'm
mean,
good with that. That's fine.
Your parents' hobby is becoming
parents same
your
we'll talk about that
career.
in another episode. This is not about me. This is about y'all. So that is really awesome. I really like that.
So yeah, okay. So y'all started here. So what year did y'all actually open?
So we incorporated Lone Star in 2003. We opened our doors into early 2004. I think it was April 1st, 2004.
But
And this-
who's counting?
Yeah,
me.
Around there.
So yeah, we make our wine at our ranch about an hour and 15 minutes from McKinney, and Lone Star is the sole retailer of those ranches. It's 2 separate wineries, and I think it goes back to these really old laws with wines, like how far your wineries could be. I don't know, but back in 2003. They had to be 2 separate businesses, and they've always been 2 separate businesses.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I know when I started drinking wine, and it was 3.5 years ago, I did the North Texas Wine Trail, $50 for 50 wineries. And I think that ranch was actually on that list because I had found it, and I ended up finding this location because of that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, we've seen the ranch. It's called Triple R Ranch and Winery. We've seen it on some winery websites and such. I know we're Twigga members, but it's never been open to the public. Only Lone Star is open,
Right.
has ever been open to the public. We do take people there on trips. We take our club members out to the ranch for trips and such, but yeah, I don't.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you found that secret ticket that no one
Yeah.
else got. So is that golden ticket?
Well, being an IT guy, I usually find things that other people don't find.
Yes, that's
Find
the
ways
trick
to
of the
break the
trade right there.
Exactly. I found
I
it.
know.
How to
I
find
mean,
this.
So when Lone Star opened, my dad opened it with some business partners.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know that they were making wine at our ranch too. So maybe they had people out there. I don't know.
Interesting.
The hobby that got out of control. So I think, just to name a couple, right? So John Wales was involved. He
And-
was a local winemaker here.
Okay.
And Gary Conkey, those were the
Gary Conkey.
three guys that started Lone Star together. My dad, Ron Ross, and then my mom managed it really. And
By herself,
yeah,
Wow.
15 years.
Yeah.
Like
Holy
a very
cow.
Holy cow.
journey. We're hitting 20 years this year, mind you. So
Wow.
So when is the actual anniversary? Are you doing? I'm assuming anniversary party and all.
We're
that?
trying to what date do you do? I guess the doors opened I think in April of 2004.
Yep.
But they really started the business before that, what date?
When that first dollar showed up,
Yeah.
maybe.
When that first
First
customer.
dollar you got to give away.
No, but we, I think we're aiming for next year. Right around
Yeah.
April next year, probably.
April 2024 will be
blowout.
20 years of Lone Star
Wow.
in downtown McKinney. And we love being in downtown McKinney. It's really amazing to see the change over time and to have experienced the change over time.
Yep.
Because it's really changed a lot and we just love being a part of it. And yeah.
That's awesome.
You've been a big part of the change in
Yeah.
downtown McKinney, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're super involved.
So what are the significant changes you've seen down here in McKinney?
Well, gosh, I graduated McKinney High, so I was here for that. We used to have
Oh my gosh.
we used to have the homecoming parades here. They don't even do that anymore. We used to powder puff the windows, but it was kind of a sleepy town back then.
Did you graduate in the 90s?
Do it. I graduated in 2003.
Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, I remember. So I moved from Midland to Dallas in '93, and when I was here, we were looking at McKinney, and they were like, my parents were like, "It's just farmland. We don't want to live out here." And so then we moved to Coppell, which is hilarious, and then we moved away as far as we could.
Yeah.
It's still being DFW.
Yeah, yeah. It's really blown up. The whole area, I mean, is north of Dallas is blown up, but
Oh, yeah.
this little pocket is really cool. It's a tight knit community, a lot of support from McKinney Main Street. The merchants are very tight. We do a lot of community events together, and it's just got this vibe that I love.
it's like you're coming home.
Yeah,
that's
it's definitely
so
Yeah.
cool.
hometown.
Nice.
And McKinney,
Feel.
make sure that you put that on a T-shirt. You're coming home.
Yep.
Welcome home.
Welcome
and make sure y'all
home.
get all the
cred for that, too.
yeah.
Trademark. Bye.
Trademark slash
Well, that's awesome.
John.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is really awesome that you got to watch all the change here at the town square. I like seeing the little town squares like this, because it's just, it's the old buildings, the old nostalgic stuff that you don't see hardly anymore because everything's so modernized nowadays, and you don't get to see the old town squares. I grew up in West Texas, so seeing town squares, you got the old county seat there that's built out of the old marble and stuff, where they took not months to build but years to build,
Right.
and so I love seeing that kind of stuff.
Well, I think McKinney is doing an excellent job of, using that to their advantage because you're seeing a lot of these old main streets and squares really popping up, especially in DFW right now for sure. So.
And I love, it used to be 2 wineries forever, Landon and Lone Star. And in the last year, we've gotten 2 more, a year and a half. So I love that more wineries are
Yep.
popping up.
So you got 4R that's over there, and then Barron
And
Creek
then
right down.
Barron's Creek just opened up last year, I believe, or maybe I think they've already been there a year by now.
Wow.
Wow.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
And y'all are doing events out here all the time, wine walks, and
It's like
all kinds of
almost
crazy
every
stuff.
weekend
It's
you're doing
awesome.
something out here.
We do like kind of 2 small events a month. In this room, we do wine pairing events, and we have just a collection of different pairings. We'll do wine and macaroons, wine and cheese.
Oh, that's fun.
Wine and cheese is always a popular one.
Of
wine
course.
and popcorn, wine and olive oil. So those are our kind of smaller, more intimate events, and then we go all out for our wine walks.
Okay, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
you got to do
I
that.
want to back up here. Wine and popcorn.
Oh,
I've,
it is a thing.
Okay.
I've
so
never
it
thought
is
about putting
so
those 2
good.
together.
Okay, so Mom and Popcorn is downtown McKinney as well. They make all these different amazing flavors of popcorn, and it's so fun to do the pairings. It's really interesting.
So what
Blow
wine?
your mind. They'll
What?
pop your mind.
Zing, we got it.
Where's that button at?
Wah, wah, wah.
So what wine would I get if I'm drinking or eating white cheddar? Oh, sorry, not white cheddar. White chocolate popcorn.
Oh, a white
Ooh.
chocolate popcorn.
Are you trying to
I'm just asking.
have
That's a twist.
I mean, you could two different ways on that one, I would think.
Because there's a popcorn
very
place down in
specific.
South Lake.
So
Popcorn,
okay,
too.
so the popcorns that they do savory popcorns. So those are a little bit easier to pair. We usually like something sweeter. We'll pair with something sweet also. So I don't know, maybe
Interesting.
yeah.
I do
Maybe
love
one
me
of
some
our
white chocolate popcorn though.
Moscato or something, or a sweet rosé, or I don't know. I don't know on
That
that.
you're like-
that pairing option.
Well, you're like, I'll
I
get
don't,
back to you on that one.
Yeah, I don't drink a lot of the
This
sweet
is the
wines.
Michael pairing, or this is the Will pairing. I
Yeah.
messed up your name too.
Chat GPT.
Yes.
What to pair? Yeah,
White
with
chocolate
White chocolate.
popcorn.
We did it. Well, we had a wine and chocolate pairing, so I'm sure we had a white chocolate in that. But
That's really cool.
we always let the instructor pick their pairings.
Interesting.
Because they are
That's cool.
obviously more connected to it that way.
You know, I always do love doing pairings. I love to cook also. So, I made coq au vin the other day, and I didn't have any. I had 2 bottles of Syrah, one from Lost Oak and one from Arcade, and I wasn't about to Jen, and I wasn't about to use those bottles of Syrah, so I ended up using Tempranillo instead. And let me tell you something, that came out phenomenal using Tempranillo instead. Yeah. So if
Yeah, you didn't want to use your boyfriend's wine. That's just wrong.
we won't talk about that.
All right. So, what kind of grapes y'all growing right now?
We don't grow any grapes.
You don't grow any grapes?
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
source grapes from Texas High Plains
Right.
primarily, but we don't have any grapes. The ranch is a high fence game ranch. Lots of little critters that would love to eat everyone's
all the grapes.
Yeah, all the
that's
grapes.
the worst.
Matter of fact, everything that
Yeah, any plant you plant,
Oh
deer
my
will
gosh.
we had a run in last week. We actually planted 60 beautiful plants right in front of a building. They were gone in 2 days. And the
Do you-
first day we thought, oh, we made it. And then the second day,
no,
it-
not so
it
much.
was
Do you
very
know what ate it?
expensive.
Do you know what ate them?
Deer.
The
The deer,
deer.
the rams. So the property is 350 acre high fence game ranch. There's
Wow.
like 9 different species of deer.
Oh, wow.
A lot of different animals. So yeah, but we do plan someday to fence off an area and grow something
Something.
small.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'd have to high fence just
Oh,
by
Just
for the
Yeah.
grapes,
ourselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually underway. My understanding is we've already got the soil samples throughout the property. So it's
Oh,
just
there you
a
go.
matter of time
Awesome.
until we
What you're
decide
gonna
the
be doing.
scale and
Yeah.
how big, and then we'll.
I just actually learned about soiling
Mm.
and prepping because you got to pull it and then you have somebody test it and then they actually make you a concoction or a what is it I'm looking for, a blend for your soil
Oh, yeah.
to mix with it. And I just learned that the other day. That was pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is very involved in soil
Yep.
samples,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
up throughout North Texas. So.
Yep. And it's sad that they just now got involved with doing viticulture and enology. Is that how you pronounce it? Enology? It's just funny how they just now started getting really involved with it when there's been other colleges already like knee deep in it, you know, and they're just now starting on it. And they're the agricultural college.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's,
Well, I think they're now really seeing the benefit
Yeah.
of viticulture in Texas.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's all right. Some people are a little slower than others, but we're okay. I went to Texas Tech.
Aggies.
Raider.
I mean, they are Aggies. So, you know, sorry, our Aggie fans out there.
We still love you guys. Trust us.
Yes. So,
Well, tell us some of your favorite wines that you do have currently, and also some of your awards that you've been winning. I know because I've definitely seen some medals up there.
Yeah. You go first or me go? Favorite?
I think that's a sign.
Favorite wines?
that's your turn to
or-
talk over there, John.
Some of our favorite wines. So we're obviously known for our Big Red Cab. 2015 is our current vintage. We have 16 and 17 in the pipeline, aging at the ranch beautifully. We don't do a lot of awards per se. We don't search for those.
We did enter recently
Last
and
year
won,
we did
but it's been
do
a
the-
while.
one of the international festival ones, and we did get
Lone
a
Star International, we did that one.
Lone Star International. We got 2 silvers and a bronze, and across our 3 vintages of our Big Red Cab.
Wow,
So that was kind of cool.
that's awesome.
We took a medal hiatus for a while. I mean,
Yeah, it's
as far as
Sometimes
like
getting into
entering, we
awards and all
kind
that,
of,
yeah.
you can see all the medals, but a lot of them from a lot of previous years. We did take a hiatus on entering wines for quite a while. And then last year we entered the Lone Star International.
Yeah, we're kind of in between generational shifts in our
Okay.
company. So Becky joined 6 years ago.
7 years ago,
7
yeah.
years ago. Who's counting? And
January.
yeah, there you go. She's actually right. I do know that she's right on that. And so I think our focus was really understanding the business and kind of getting things more efficient and set up the way we need to and modernize. And we really haven't been focused too much on awards, to be honest. But I think that it's something that we'll start looking more into.
I know it's super important. I love to see everyone's awards. I love that you get to like kind of boast your favorite wines. It's just something we haven't been doing lately.
Yeah. I think there's also, there's something to be said. Like, there are a lot of people that do like focus on doing competitions, but there are some really good wines that don't do any competitions, and they have a fantastic name to themselves.
Yes, there's a lot of them like that.
Y'all have some good
Yes.
ones.
Thank you.
Like, for sure.
I remember me and my girlfriend coming out here, never been here before, and we did try the Malbec, and she and I both took a sip of it, and we just looked at each other. Let's start this over again.
He cried a little bit at the moment.
Yes, I got kind of emotional there. So we both tasted it and we were like, wow, this is really good. We looked at each other. We ended up buying a bottle of it, taking it home. And if I remember correctly, I don't think it even made it home.
I don't want to know what and why. Did you go like to a park and open it, not in the car?
It's open container in McKinney.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
It was probably a beautiful park.
Yes, very, very beautiful
Yes,
park.
it was a beautiful park in the parking lot.
With straws.
King Lot.
No, I don't remember what happened to the bottle because I don't remember ever making it home with it.
No, we have a number of really great wines. Like I said, I was drinking the 2020 Shiraz right before this. Oh, cheers.
Yeah, we didn't cheers.
Yeah.
That's a nice little cheers, I think.
It was, and it all got picked up because I heard it in my headphones.
I'm really sad our Merlot was so spectacular. It really was. It was a 2016 Merlot, and we just ran out. It's one of those wines that you remember, and you're like, that was a very amazing wine. And you're just sad to see it go. Wine is a heartbreaker.
You know, I love drinking wine, and I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. I love drinking wine, but I hate drinking wine alone. I don't know why. I've got 3 bottles sitting on my counter.
Yeah. Who wants to drink wine
Yeah.
alone? I mean, that's
Why my dog is always there with me, and I don't feel alone.
Well, see, there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
Luna, my
Really
dog,
good listener.
Luna, my dog, loves drinking red wine. Because she actually knocked my glass over one day and then licked it off the floor. And I'm like, well, I know what you not to get to drink anymore. But
And now she's leaning against the walls. You're like, what's wrong, baby? She's like, I don't know. I'm just really chill now.
Yeah.
Feel good.
So but I love drinking wine. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy the flavors. I love the textures that some of them bring out. You know, you drink it and you're like, oh, wow, what is this? And it's amazing how you could take 2 grapes, give them 2 different people, and you get 2 different wines. And that's what I love about wine. Because you can take,
So sweet.
I know, don't cry over there. I mean, it's like, you know, any other alcohol, you know. What was that?
my phone.
Correction, my phone.
Say it again. 2 grapes.
Phone.
So you could take, you know, and like a tequila or a vodka or something like that. You take those and they almost 9 times out of 10 you get the same flavor out of all of them across the board. Maybe a little variance, but with wine you can literally take the 2 grapes and you get 2 totally different flavor profiles out of them.
Yeah.
So
And they're never the same year over year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
They're
That's
never
what's nice
identical.
about having
so
that
it's
boutique wine, like winery too, is that
Yeah.
you get to have that and you get to pull out
Yeah.
those flavors.
it's always really sad when the vintage runs out. It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Especially when your favorite one. You know, and you try so hard to recreate it, and you're like, okay, I wrote down all these steps here, and you go in and you recreate it exactly by the step, and it comes out it's totally different.
Memories.
Yeah.
memories.
And sound clip. No.
So, John, how did you get involved and what are you doing here as well?
Yeah. I got involved as soon as Becky came on board, really. It was kind of behind the scenes. When we first started dating, I had been working in IT. And as our relationship evolved, so did our interest in wine and the tasting room in Lone Star Wine Cellars up in McKinney. And so You kind of get suckered in. It's like every relationship, I'm sure, in the wine industry. Everyone's laughing, so I know you know what I'm talking
I don't
about
know what
here.
you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're
Shout
talking
out
about
to those significant others.
Love you, babe.
Love you.
Thanks for your help.
Oh my
We got
gosh.
suckered in pretty good. I don't know if I was tricked into it or what, but no, I'm just kidding. We fell in love with this place. The more Becky got involved, the more changes we made, the more we were growing, the more McKinney was changing in a positive way. And I guess it was last year we made the decision that we were going to go all in on our family legacy in wine in North Texas. And so at that point, I've
Awesome.
been working in IT consulting for almost 15 years and decided it's time to go all in. And so I jumped ship, and here we are today. So Becky and I tag team our company, and two brilliant minds doing awesome things.
Yay.
We have fun.
We had a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
You drink a lot of wine.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
that's
awesome.
You're the second person that I've talked to that's been in IT and decided to get out of IT.
Who's the other?
Anthony from 4R.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris from Eden Hill.
Chris from me.
Yeah,
I worked
yeah.
at TI.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I haven't been to Eden Hill yet, so
Just
Edge of
talked
the
to
lake.
one. Just
I
met
thought
a
she
new
said-
member.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rio to Red.
Yeah.
Rio to Red is also a new, very new small winery in
Mott.
Sherman.
Mont, he
I need that
works at
information.
TI currently.
Interesting.
And then
There's a lot.
Interesting.
I
I'm
mean,
seeing-
a pattern
Why
for
I'm
these
seeing-
IT
I'm like,
guys.
I'm wondering what's really going behind the scenes.
Well, you know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'll go ahead and just tell my listeners right now. Okay, so I'm actually thinking about becoming a winemaker myself. I've been in IT for 22 years, and in the last 5 years, I've been laid off 4 times.
Oof.
And it's hard. It's really hard. And wine's been around since God.
forever.
You know,
True.
And so it's not going anywhere. You know, and there's enough fruit in the state for me to make some, even if it's just 2 cases of wine. There's enough here for me. You know, whether I work in a winery or something like that, I don't care. I want to make wine. I love wine. I've started this podcast because of my love for wine, and I started because I love Texas wine, and so that's why we're sitting right here talking to y'all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
You're gonna do awesome.
I hope so.
You gotta take
You are doing
Well-
the
awesome.
bull, take the longhorn by the horn, and go.
That's good.
Matter of
That's
fact, you
good.
can come up to the ranch on our next interview when we do the Triple R Ranch.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can actually grab a longhorn
yeah.
by the horn.
We gotta have you
I've
upstairs.
done that
Oh,
before.
safe.
So I used to work on a ranch back in my teenage days. I used to work on a physical working ranch, and actually we actually had pull calves when they were turned backwards. We've had to do that, and trust me, that's not fun. You don't want to do that.
Oh,
And we've had to pull pigs, piglets. Yeah, that's not fun either.
I'm a city girl. I don't know what you're talking about.
We had a buck hay at 110 degree weather in long sleeve shirts.
You're still speaking another language to me right now. I'm just gonna say that.
Sexy.
Oh, Lordy. All right. Well, tell us about your actual tasting room, where y'all located in McKinney, all that fun.
All right, so coming into town, we are on the northwest side of the square. Downtown McKinney is like a little historic square area, and we are located at 103 East Virginia Street. So come and see us in the Ritz Theater building. So this building that we're in right now is the old theater.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
yeah,
cool.
so we have an office upstairs, and they still have like the projector area.
Oh, you can see. And,
Yeah.
do they like have the little peepholes and stuff like
No,
that?
no, now it's an office, but
I worked in a movie theater for a long time.
She said peoples.
Cold.
I'm going like
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
I
Whatever.
had to verbalize what I'm doing right now.
Tiny holes. No. The massive.
yeah. So okay, Lone Star is pretty much known as the Cheers of downtown McKinney.
Love it.
So there's a lot of local people that come. We got a couple of our customers that are here every day. They have plaques on their seats. I mean, it's like your real tight knit community of people, and we love it. And we have the best servers here. And you just come and be a part of the family here. So
Awesome.
it really is all about family. I know it's kind of cliche because
No, it's
everyone
not.
speaks about family, but like that's what wine is about. So
it is.
Yeah.
Friends and family is what
yeah.
it's about.
So We just
I mean, I made a good friend right here, Jen, right here, from drinking wine.
Stop it. Here's your $1.
Michael got 5.
Oh, shit. I'm not telling him. All right. Anyway.
we have live music. There's sometimes on Thursdays, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday every day, and
Wow.
we do big community events. So our wine and whiskey walk is coming up, and basically our wine walks, we put our wines in about 30 different merchants in downtown McKinney. It's a sip and shop downtown McKinney, and you go around and drink Lone Star wines and do all the boutiques and come and have
really
fun
fun
in the
event.
town.
That's cool.
Everyone wears their big hats and bright colors.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
It's really cool.
That is kind of
Yeah.
cool. That's really
And
cool.
it's really awesome because we're so small. We can't really have when you go out to the vineyards and you do the big
Right.
parties. We can't really have that being so small here in this little downtown footprint, but we can with the wine walks. So we love that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I really like that.
And then where can we all find y'all on like social media and stuff?
Social media at Lone Star Wine Cellars. Website lonestarwinery.com or lonestarwinecellars.com, either or. Instagram at Lone Star Wine Cellars.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so the last thing we want to talk about here, Jen, and so I know you are familiar with the Texas Wine Lover app, correct?
Yes.
And John's over here like,
Yes, we are. Yes.
so I want to start with Jen first, even though I'm looking over at Becky. I'm going to start with Jen. So Jen, tell everybody what you love about it.
So it's, the best way to find your own tour. And you can create your own little ways to go around. It's actually helping me find all the little nitpicks that we have in North Texas alone. And, you get to find restaurants and hotels if you need to stay somewhere, all in this one app. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What?
It's really cool. It's the day trip model. Right? It's really cool. We saw that. And
They have a feature that has trips that you can click on and.
that's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I'm a little behind. I thought you meant like us,
You can do a staycation.
An analogy
Yeah.
of your best day trip planner, but there really is that feature.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
Which is
It's-
also one of the best parts of it.
Yeah, that's like I push this app on. I belong to a lot of different Texas wine apps, or not web apps, but Facebook groups and all that. And immediately when someone's like, "I'm trying to find a winery in such and such area," I was like, immediately I dropped Texas Wine Lover app. Immediately, I try to always be the first person to post there because I'm always the last one to post there because of that. Because I mean, I'm not trying to be rude to all the other posters, but I mean, that is the ultimate. If you want to find a winery, that is the best
Yeah.
way to do it.
It's got it all.
It's got every one of them listed there.
And it's not just listed of wineries. I mean, it's got like so many crazy data features that can hook you up with a customized experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's like finding your restaurant, finding your a hotel, whatever you want to find. It's there.
Yeah, it's going to be more and more important too. As North Texas grows as an industry, it's going to be really important that they do that right. And
Yeah.
so it's really cool to watch someone take the longhorn by the horns and really take that app to the next level. So
Yep.
we're excited to see where this is going.
Yeah.
It's
The
really-
circle. I love it. Just bring it back around.
So, what about you, Becky? What else do you? I mean, I know you already hit quite a bit on it. What do you like about it? I mean, you hit one of it right at the very beginning of it. So,
Yeah, the trip planner is cool. I'm still trying to learn the trip planner, but going to the wineries, filtering on the region that you're in to be able to see the wineries near you. I love the events because I love, from a winery standpoint, being able to post my winery events. It just goes kind of crazy. Like, you can sort your experience by what type of wine you want to drink. Like, yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah.
It's awesome.
and I'll tell you, one of the things I also love about this app here is you can actually go to the filter and you can choose what days that the wineries are open. You can actually choose if they offer walk-ins, reservations, tasting rooms on site, if they're pet friendly, kid friendly, outdoor seating, offer live music, tours given, event spaces, weddings, lodgings, estate vineyards, which is, I just noticed that just today. If they have an estate
I
vineyard
got
on
an
there.
email asking, "Are we wheelchair accessible? Can you do that on the app?"
That's a great,
Really?
That's a
added
good
feature.
That's
yeah,
a
that'd be a good
feature.
one to actually add on there for
Yeah.
A
sure.
lot of wineries tend to have gravel around their, fields and stuff like that.
Yep.
Dirt and all that.
A lot of people wonder that. And,
Yeah,
great
and,
idea, Beck.
And last three things here are small bites, a restaurant, and outside food allowed.
Cool.
That's just filtering it out. So I mean, you there is so much power in this app. It's not even funny. And what's really great is you can actually go on your desktop. Also, go to their website, sign up for an account on there, do everything from your desktop, and push it to your app on your phone,
Very cool.
and get everything from there. So go check out Texas Wine Lover app on any major app store and download today.
Yep. It's awesome.
So
All right.
I guess we're going to finish up right here, Jen.
Yep.
And we're going to get ready into our educational part. Did we tell you about that?
No.
So
Uh-oh.
yeah,
We're full of
we talk
knowledge,
about some education.
Yeah,
Cool.
well,
We'll talk about that on our second
yeah.
part of this.
Do y'all? How
You
does
get to
this-
be involved.
Okay, I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. Stop wine.
So, Jen, we'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Howdy, Texas. This is Erica, Michael's wife, and a fellow wine enthusiast. I hope you are enjoying the We Know Texas Vino podcast as much as I am. Will and Michael are doing a fabulous job highlighting our local wineries and tapping into the knowledge of local growers. Fill up your glass as we dive into our educational segment for this episode. Salute.
Hey, Jen, welcome back.
Hello.
So, this has been a very interesting episode. We've had a lot of laughter here.
Yes, we have.
I enjoyed talking to Becky and Jon here about this, and I love talking about Lone Star Cellars here. And
The history behind the
yes.
family and had a little fun in between.
yeah, and I think that this is what helps people find more about the wineries and get to know them better and
Oh,
come enjoy the
yeah.
wines more. Because when you get to understand the people, you get to understand the wine.
Oh yeah, for
So-
sure. And it gives you a little bit more of that home feeling, like, okay, I'm drinking in my backyard kind of thing. And
Not
all
Al
that.
Bundy.
Nope. All right. Well, anyways, let's learn some stuff today.
Let's learn something today. So, Jen, since today is your first time doing the
Yes.
educational part,
Yeah.
what are we going to teach our listeners?
So there are a few things whenever you are doing tastes. You are actually measuring the sweetness, the acidity, the alcohol, the tannins, and the body. And today we're going to talk about body. So,
Body.
yeah, body. And I'm going to have Becky help me out with this too. So,
I like talking about body.
Are we going to leave Jon out of this too?
this is the girls' talk.
Okay.
My body's fluffy. And moving on, education. Here we go.
And mute.
So, what's really cool about, explaining to people that, don't understand the body of a wine is trying to explain to them in, your layman's terms. And, my favorite one to explain is saying like milk and how to explain how milk hits your tongue. So how whole milk, it stays in your tongue, you feel it all over. That's going to be kind of that full body wine. So
Nice
whole milk,
and creamy.
you
and
feel it all
and
over. Whereas
Heavy.
and
The
you
weight,
almost
you can talk
feel it
about
for a
weight,
long
yeah.
time
Yeah.
on that one. So, and then you have your light bodied wine, which would be more equivalent to your skim milk. Now, it's really funny because I love skim milk, but I love full body wine. So I'm very confusing and I'm a little conundrum myself. But so skim milk falls off the tongue, doesn't stay there for a very long
like
period of
water.
time. Yeah, just like water. Just
Well, that's what
spicy
skim milk
water.
is. It's water.
Let's go round robin really quick.
Yeah.
What do you prefer with your wines? Let's say red. Let's pick red. Round robin. Lighter, full, or medium?
So,
Oh, man.
depends on if it's what day it is.
See,
What
I
time
know,
of day it
this is a hard
is.
question.
But I think honestly, I range at a medium.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some times where
Yeah.
if you throw in like a full body or even a light body, I was falling in love with some Pinot Noirs lately, and those are some. If you made it right, oof,
Yep.
it's good.
I'm the same way. I'm a medium, but if you get a good Pinot Noir made really good, I'll drink it all day long.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely a medium.
I'm a scenario. Depends on the scenario. I'm all over the spectrum.
Well, I mean, I think that's any wine drinker,
Yeah.
Pick one. What's your go-to
So,
right now?
like I said, lately I've been into light whites, so I like a light white. But if it's red, I like something a little bit fuller bodied, a little more heavy, and sits on my palate for a while.
Yeah, I've been sticking around the medium bodies.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice, easy entering into summer thing for me.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
And that's what I tell a lot of my listeners when I see them at the winery is I tell them, like, Pinot Noir to me personally is your summer and your winter wine because it's light. You can drink it in the summertime when it's 9,000 degrees outside in Texas,
Yeah,
or
it's
you
all
can
year long.
drink it during the wintertime. But then when you start getting to your medium and your heavy ones, it's
also a really good like entry to
Yeah.
red wines. If you haven't experienced red wines before, then that's kind of that slow walk into reds because
It is.
red wine can be a little
Confusing.
strong.
So what if you don't know? Like, what if you don't know because you're new to wine? You don't know like what varietal is what
Yeah.
body.
Yeah,
What do
that's
you
a great
do?
that's a good question.
That is a good question. So I actually start asking them random questions, like how they take their coffee. That's a big one that I actually learned through WSET, which was pretty awesome. But Lone Star has a really cool little thing that they told me about, and I would love them to talk about it.
Oh, I would love to talk about it. So we have this like really cool algorithm.
It's our COVID project.
Yeah, it was a COVID project. So you can go on our
Codename
website
COVID.
and you can click on take our wine quiz. It's not a test. It's mostly it's kind of like filling out your profile without knowing you're filling out your profile. You're telling us what you like. You answer 5 easy questions. It's going to try to understand. You're going to answer the questions like what kind of chocolate do you prefer? How do you take your coffee, like you mentioned before? If you had to choose between the different styles of milks, or if you had to pick between maybe lemonade and Diet Coke, what would you choose? Or milk and Diet Coke? So we're learning.
juice.
Yeah, we're learning about your palate, but when it comes to body, we ask the classic old question about milk. Yeah, we give them a scale, and then from that, it spits out this response to you like, hey, based on your answers, this is the wine we think you should drink here
Actually,
on
the
our
top
menu.
5,
Yeah, we give you the top 5 wines to try for you.
based
That's
on
custom
our,
to you.
based on our
Really?
current menu.
Yeah.
So you can come in without knowing anything about wine, take this 1-minute quiz, if that, submit it, it spits you out the results, and you can get a custom tasting of those wines.
So
And hopefully, it's pretty cool
have
how accurate it is.
y'all actually thought about turning it into an app?
We have. There's a lot of proprietary stuff involved, and we're not going to talk about
It's
that.
well, it's just this. Yeah, no, I mean you can turn your website into an app, so it is on our website.
I love the technicalities you use there. Your website can be an app, and it's on our website.
I mean,
Somewhere in the
You can put it on your phone.
I mean, okay, the honest answer is we're too busy. We're just. I mean, we wear all the hats here, and
Yeah.
we're not. Yeah. So we actually just made it fun for ourselves. So we put it on our menu. You can take one of our predefined flights, or you can do a custom.
I
Interesting.
will say it's quite popular. We're very excited about it. But credit's due to Becky because to build it, we actually had to create it in Excel. And building any
I
app
do have it in Excel.
in Excel.
You do like those spreadsheets.
I'm a freak in the sheets. They gave me the mug that says I'm a freak in the sheets, and I got it.
I gave Becky the mug.
They're married. They're allowed.
I'm allowed to do that. We're HR as well. If we didn't claim that.
They wear all the hats.
All the hats. But it's really impressive because to build something that sophisticated is actually quite difficult.
Oh,
And
yeah. You have to do some
props out to
serious amount of
Becky.
work.
That was really, really awesome that you did
Yeah,
that.
So
my Excel
easy.
sheets skills is
And what was really cool, even during
Decent.
that,
Mad skills.
we hired a SOM to come in and really help us dial in our entire menu to get the right stats, and it's very accurate. So
Wow.
we did a really, really nice job with this algorithm. Thank you, Becky. That's awesome.
Yay.
That's awesome.
but the body of wine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the body.
I would say to the average wine drinker out there, if you're thinking about body and you don't know anything about wine body, try a cab. It's going to be full body 95% of the time.
Yep.
Try a Pinot Noir. It's going to be a light body 95% of the time.
Yep.
And that's your spectrum.
Yep.
You go anywhere in between. But that's your Pinot Noir is your light body.
Cabs
Cabernet
have,
Sauv is your full body.
Yep.
yeah.
Nice and easy. Easy
Yeah.
test.
I remember my first red wine I drank, and it was a Pinot Noir, and I really liked it because it was light, it was easy to drink, and it wasn't kind of like that tea bag under my mouth.
Do y'all think that people buy wine because of body?
Nope, because they do it for the label.
Label. And we'll talk about that on another episode.
That'll be another episode.
That's interesting. I don't know if people buy wine as much for flavor profile as
Yeah.
they do because they like the easiness of drinking it, which I think comes down to the body in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know,
Knowing-
A lot of
the
people, I
grape
just need
name
that
is
easy
Yeah.
big,
to
yeah.
drink light wine, right? It's hot summertime, but
Yeah.
I want a red.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, you're going to hear Pinot Noir, right?
Yep.
Right.
So,
Yep. But it's amazing that people, and I don't want to say uneducated because that's not the case, but I mean I guess that is the case, right?
It's just
It's not knowing.
Just people, it's just not knowing.
It's just not
You know?
knowing. There's a lot of people that
It's
start
okay to
drinking
not
wine.
know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it is.
Just to
Because
make
I mean, I was in that place. I mean, I did not know. I learned. I mean, it just took some time to learn and understand. But you're not going to wake up one day and like the metaphor I gave earlier is like you're not going to wake up one day and enjoy sushi. You're going to eat it once, and you're like, okay, it's okay, and then you're going to eat it again, and then you're going to start venture out, and the next thing you know, you're ordering 5 or 6 plates of different sushi.
Yeah.
Wine is the exact same thing. You're not going to go in there one day and it's like, I'm going to drink a Tempranillo or whatever. You're going to start with something simple and easy. You're going to start with a white. You're going to work with a rosé, and then you're going to work into a red, and the next thing you know, you're spending $200 on a bottle of wine. Or is that just me?
You.
Not me.
guilty.
Yes, guilty as charged.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I mean, it's just that's the whole reason behind this podcast is to help our users.
Understand and learn
Yes.
the things that they didn't know before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got another pro tip for you with regards to body. Now, I kind of only learned this recently. Well, I don't know. Maybe not so recently. But with body, if you go to a nice steakhouse and you're trying to pick a wine and they've got like your reds and they've got all these wines. If you're picking, if you like a light-bodied wine, look at the top of the list. If you like a medium-bodied wine, look in the middle.
Yep.
And if you like a full-bodied wine, look at the bottom.
Yep.
You don't have to know the variety. You don't have to read the French and understand what it is. You can just kind of go to the top, middle, or bottom and kind of hone in on your own experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
that's
I
a
do-
really good little fun fact right
I
there.
actually knew that.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I knew that. So usually when I pick a steak out, and depending on what they're topping the steak with, depends on what I'll actually pick from the menu. So like if they're doing like a butter, blue cheese, sauteed mushrooms on top of it, I'll usually do like a cab. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, that was awesome.
So yeah. So
Are we getting dinner after this?
Steak, anyone?
steak, does it mean as pepperoni and cheese?
Right. Because you buy that $200 bottle of wine.
So, all right, got anything else on the body of the wine?
No, actually, that was awesome. And
enough.
Yeah.
But
Is there anything you want to add, Becky, to this? Is there anything else
I know
you
you
want
were
to
talking
mention?
about some other little fun things y'all
Oh,
had
yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
on.
So yes, like I was mentioning, we've never opened the ranch,
The Triple R
the
Ranch
Triple R
and
Ranch,
Winery.
whereas we make our wine at the Triple R Ranch and Winery, and we sell it at Lone Star Wine Cellars. We've never opened. We have been under construction the last 5 years, so it's been a huge project.
Wait a minute. We got a thumbs up. That means
Five,
higher.
longer,
That means,
maybe
6 or
longer.
7 years?
We've lost track. Yeah,
6 or 7 years.
who's counting? It's like, yeah, it's going to be a beautiful place to visit, and so we're getting very close. We're actually now on to the interior design selections.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
You know, we've tiling bathrooms and things like that. So we're looking forward to opening our winery that we've never shared before, and we can't wait. So
That's
Triple
awesome.
R Ranch and Winery will be open. It's in Whitesboro, Texas. And we're looking forward to it, and can't give you a defined date, but
My favorite word is 2 to 5 business months.
yeah.
But
Well, in this wine industry, that's what it's always been.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 to 5 business
Becky
years.
just gave me the side. Becky just gave me the side eye there. So.
2 to 5 business years. No.
Describe the winery experience to people.
The
can
winery
get
experience.
out
Okay,
there.
we mentioned the ranch and Lone Star. When you come to Lone Star, you drink the wines. All the wines are named after the animals at the ranch. So this is a high fence game ranch. You're gonna come to the ranch. You're gonna come in. You're gonna taste the wines, and then we're gonna take you on a buggy tour around to tour and experience the ranch and see the animals. And then come back to the winery and drink more wine and take a little souvenir wine bottle home with you with your favorite animal.
That's so fun.
That's awesome. So now, right now, the Triple R is only available for like corporate events and stuff like
Yes.
that, correct?
Yeah. Right now it is. Yeah. It's a corporate retreat, and corporate retreats come during the weekdays. And winery, the expected experience is winery open on the weekends, corporate retreat during the week, Monday through Friday.
I'm just going to say this: bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast. Sorry.
They already have like 2 to 5 business years that they're working on. Don't add any more.
That sounds great. In 2 years' time. That's what
2 years time. Yeah, no. This is how it goes.
Oh,
But,
mercy.
yeah.
All right. Was there anything else you want to cover with us, Becky?
No, I'm excited.
You
that
said something about a Chardonnay also earlier.
Oh my gosh. Our Chardonnay is amazing. You need to try it. Should we do a taste
did
test
try it.
challenge?
I did try it.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Now,
And
by the way,
what was
Will
your
is a severe Chardonnay critic. Because he only likes one Chardonnay out of quite a lot.
It's from his boyfriend's fair. It's true.
Honestly, I do
That's
like your
okay,
Chardonnay.
that's okay.
No, I really like your
But
Chardonnay.
you're not going to hurt my feelings if you said, I don't like it.
No. I actually do like your Chardonnay. I loved your Chardonnay because it wasn't heavily oaky, and it wasn't very heavy buttery. I don't. That's two flavors I don't really care for.
I think a lot of winemakers got excited about, let's oak a Chardonnay. It got way out of hand, and it seemed like you couldn't get away from it.
Right.
And then, so it's really nice to have something.
Yeah.
And we've had both
Yeah.
in our vintages, and so it's nice to have something that's not overly oaked.
Right.
Bring Chardonnay back to its roots.
It really does, and
Yeah.
and we get that feedback a lot. We don't want something a butter bomb, and that's great. Me either. Let's go down the journey together. So,
Same Z's.
yeah.
So Jenny, got any takeaways from here?
The history of this place is amazing. I love the location. It's so fun. I mean, it's vibrant. There are people walking in and out. It's, like they said, it's cheers. It's
Yeah.
totally cheers here.
So where are?
You know, it's really
So,
cool. We just
you
had
guys-
a wine club member up at the bar. She just said, "I'm here celebrating my 1 week." Straight up.
Aww.
That's super cool.
That's cute.
That's really
Really, 1 week?
Yeah.
1 week as a member?
As a member. Here
Nice.
celebrating her membership with us.
That's what this place is about. It's a
what this place
celebration.
is about.
It's a
Yeah,
celebration.
that's awesome.
100%. 1 week. Let's celebrate it all. We got a long journey ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's do this together.
So let's give John a quiz here. John, where can everybody find Lone Star Cellars at?
We can find Lone Star Wine Cellars at our website, lonestarwinecellars.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. And that's
You can email
in the
us.
Texas Wine Lovers app.
Oh, looky there. Looky there. Ooh.
Coming soon to a day trip near you.
So, and with us, you can find us on Facebook at We Know Texas Vino. And then you can find us on any streaming podcast application like Apple, Spotify, and Pandora, and
All the fun
Amazon.
ones.
Yes. And then coming soon, we know TexasVino.wine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tell
Yeah.
your friends. This is
Yeah.
such a growing industry. It's such a fun place to be and a great way to meet people and enjoy just being out and living life. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wine is probably the one, unlike like vodka and tequila and rum and all like that. I think you lose friends with that. With wine, you make friends because I've made more friends drinking wine than I have any other drink.
We're going want to talk about that later. Well, thank y'all so
Yeah, thank you
much.
for coming.
We appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, usually Michael leaves
With a quote.
With a quote.
Did you get one? I forgot to do that.
I actually decided to do a joke instead of a quote.
Oh, man.
Please
God help us all.
hold your horses.
Hold on. Michael, forgive us if
Yes,
we ruined
please
this up.
forgive me of my sins. What kind of wine do they serve at the horse races?
Weenie?
Chardonnay. Thank you.
Let's go to Derby Day. May 6th, downtown McKinney.
May 6th.
Right? Well, this is Will.
This is Jen.
And this is We Know Texas Vino. Y'all have a good day. Cheers.
Cheers.